just when I said that the Eagles shouldn't go out and pay some player like crazy. All right, guys, we got some Eagles news already. It looks like Javon Hargrave, former Pittsburgh Steeler, he's like 27 years old. I believe he was drafted in like 2016 or something like that. He has a third-round draft pick, so he's not like a bad player. However, I don't know if this is a good deal for the Eagles. So they've agreed to a 3-year, $39 million contract, $26 million guaranteed, guys. That's a lot of freaking money for a nose tackle, and especially when the Eagles aren't really hurting on D-line. I don't understand the Eagles when it comes to the defensive line right now. They really, really invest heavily in that. When their secondary, the two things they really need to be investing in right now is their secondary, number one, their wide receivers, number two, and then their O-line, since we did just lose Big V to the Lions, and it looks like Jason Peters is going to probably be walking on to another team. So I don't know. I don't know if I like this move. They're saying now that Hargraves is the highest paid nose tackle in the NFL, which this is a lot of money, guys. $26 million guaranteed is a lot of money. Now, I looked him up. He's a pretty good player. It says that he has 168 tackles since then, so that's quite a bit in the league. And he was playing for the Steelers, who have been pretty good up until like this last year, really. So, you know, I don't think he's a bad player. I just don't know if I like the signing for the kind of money they're going to give him. But, you know, that's just me putting my skeptic glasses on. The positives of this, obviously, are the Eagles build more depth to their D-line. They're already stout D-line. They probably have one of the best D-lines in the league even today, and they just really want to continue that. This is definitely, in my opinion, a Jim Schwartz move. You know, he probably went in there and said that he wants this guy because Jim Schwartz really likes to play that sticks defense and, you know, dial up the blitz when he can. That's kind of his style. He doesn't really value the secondary like I wish he would. And the Eagles did lose Nigel Bradham earlier, so the secondary is just really looking weak, and maybe their plan is to address that in the draft. Like I said in my previous video, the Eagles have 10 draft picks this year after getting 3 compensatory, I can't say that word, sorry guys, compensatory draft picks back. So they're pretty stacked in the draft, and they'll probably make some moves during the draft to get some high-profile players. But in my opinion, this is just another typical Eagles move, this Hargrave situation. You know, the Eagles, they never go for the sexy guy, which in this case would have been Byron Jones, but I made a video about that, and I'm really glad they didn't go that route, because that dude's going to make a king's ransom on the Dolphins this year. But at the same time, this is kind of like a little bit too high. Like a good example of a move that didn't bother me was Jimmy Graham going to the Bears for like $16 million. That's a good move. And what would I really have wanted to see with this? I would have probably wanted to see something like a 1-year, $10, $11 million deal, maybe like $6 or $7 million guaranteed, like a prove-it deal for this guy. But to just put him on here for 3 years, you know, again, we don't even know if he's going to pan out. And I've said this with all other teams. I don't really like the decisions of teams just paying guys on multi-year deals when they don't really know what the player's all about yet. So whatever, they're going to bring him in the building now. You know, it's done, guys, it's done. I'm just here to give my thoughts. The beauty of the NFL is that you can either be right or wrong, but it's so hard to predict a lot of this stuff in the NFL, you know. Like the Niners going to the Super Bowl last year, perfect example. There's no way I would have ever thought that possible last off season. So like, you just never know. You know, the league always surprises you. So maybe this will work out, maybe it won't. Regardless, there's still going to be more Eagles news to come, I'm sure. You know, there's still a lot of players that have the question mark. A big one is Malcolm Jenkins. We'll have to see what happens with him. I really hope the Eagles keep him, because he's the quarterback of the secondary, and if they lose him, then they really need secondary help. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Just want to make this about Javon Hargrave, the Eagles' new nose tackle. He is now the highest paid, like I said, $26 million guaranteed, $39 million contract total over a 3-year period. So let me know what you guys think about this down below. I'd like to hear your opinions on this. Maybe you think this is a good move, bad move, whatever. I'd like to hear from you. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And to all my returning viewers, make sure you also are subscribed. And to everyone watching, make sure you hit that likes up or that likes down, whatever. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you hit one of those buttons just so the YouTube algorithm, you know, more favorable for my channel. But as always, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. I wish I didn't have to plug these YouTube subscribe things in at the end, but that's the day we live in now on this platform. So I appreciate all the support and all the love you guys give me on here, and it's very, very, very appreciated. So with that said, guys, this has been Jigsaw097. I will talk to you all later.